Greetings, artists. Today we will begin drawing practice with overlapping. Last week we worked on shapes. Now we're going to have multiple shapes in one image. Start out by grabbing a sheet of newsprint paper, folding it in half, and then folding it in half again. Make sure you write your name, date, and class period on your paper. I'm going to start out by mapping out the sphere. That is the object closest to me, and I want to make sure that it's in proportion compared to the other shapes. Again, notice that my paper is in the vertical position for this drawing. As we learned last time, there are multiple ways to map out a circle. You can use guide dots, you can go in freehand. Choose the method that's best for you. Once you have your sphere mapped out, we'll go ahead and add in our next shape. The key thing for your drawing is to always reference what you're drawing. Throughout this tutorial, I will reference the objects to make sure that everything is in proportion. Notice that I used the red pencil, and that's to help me know where that rectangular prism hits behind the sphere. You want to make sure in your drawings that you are also using your guides. It's always better to have a plan than for me to come around, check your paper, and say, oh no, you totally missed it. Erase that, we're going to start over. Of course, mistakes are encouraged. That's how you learn. But to ease frustration, plan as much as possible before putting the pencil to the paper. I will map out my rectangular prism the exact same way I mapped out my sphere. I'll go in, I'll set my guide dots, starting with that center front edge, and then I'll work from there, going to the left and the right. You will often see me ghosting the line. This is a highly effective drawing practice. I encourage you to do this. It's not just for beginners. It helps you plan out, and remember, we can never have enough planning. Plan out your strokes. Again, I will grab the red pencil, and for you, this can just be a dot, it can be an X, it can be a heart, it can be an exclamation point, whatever you need so you know where your objects are overlapping. And I will mark where that cone overlaps on the rectangular prism. From there, I'll plot out all my guide dots for my cone, and then I'll connect my dots to make my shape. Once I have finished plotting out all of my shapes, I'm going to go back over with a 9B pencil and darken everything up. You may not have a colored pencil that you can use to map out all your shapes, but I encourage you to draw lightly. That means low pressure. You should not be scoring the paper. It should be a very delicate stroke, something that can be easily erased. If you do have a colored pencil, if you can get it sharpened to a fine point, by all means use that. It will assist in drawing, but it is not necessary. You do not need to go out and buy any new supplies. So I'm just going over my work. I am applying firm pressure now to outline my shapes. If you don't get it exactly on the outlines, no worries, as long as everything is still in proportion. All right, that's our first overlapping exercise. I look forward to seeing what you create. Thank you.